All right, you can tell I'm in the vacation spirit already, and it's only May. I just can't wait to get like that fat belly guy right there, just walking down there with all my belly hanging out. No, I'm just joking. But I truly cannot wait to get on this beach right here. And this water, I've been there. It's just that blue. Now, what I like about this area right here is that it's a little windy. It's a little windy. In fact, the wind is more down here. The next town down here is called Alcudia. And I actually, being crazy one time, my wife and I, not knowing, walked from there to here on the beach. And in certain spots along that beach right there, it was like knee deep in sand. We were a little concerned. It's crazy what you do when you're young and you just don't know. But anyway, it was like wild sand is what it was. But it's just beautiful. And we have been there 20 years, so we're kind of looking forward to going back with our grandson, the soccer star, Mr. Kobe. But anyway, that's another story. I want to give you a quick lesson for today. You know, I've been kind of sitting here thinking, and what I've been thinking about is I guess you would call it the process. Okay, meaning the process of marketing. Okay, now we market, we do the formula, get people to our inbox. We give out sizzle cards to get people to our inbox. We market in groups to get people into our inbox. And to seek and ask information for us about Explosial. But now there's a process to this, and I think a lot of times that the process is not clear or it's lost. Okay, so let me see if I can try to make this make sense to you. One of the most important things, and this is where you can tell whether you have a real prospect or you got a tire kicker or somebody just being nosy, because if you're not blasting Explosial all over your wall like you should not be, okay, you're gonna have people contacting you because you're putting up content that says, hey, you know, learn how to make $2,000 a month in the next 30 days, or we have a better way, you know, whatever your marketing slide might say to get that person there. They're coming because they're nosy. So one of the first things you want to do is determine, well, look, do I have a prospect or has possibly a new business partner, or someone is just nosy, you know, or a tire kicker? Okay, so what do? You ask them questions. And what you're trying to find out is their why. Okay, their why, or their what do you want the business to do for you? Okay, and that can only come by asking questions. Normally, everybody I talk to, and some of you will remember this, the first question I asked you was, why do you want to be in business? Okay, and then the second question I asked you was, how much money do you expect to make in the first month? Or, you know, what are your expectations? What would you like? You know, what amount of earnings would you like to see monthly from this business? Something in that order. Okay. And then, of course, I asked, how much time could you give your business a day? Because if you're saying, I want to make $10,000 a month, but then you're saying, but I can only give it an hour a day, I know that's not going to work. Okay? So then I try to bring you a little bit back to reality, because I don't want a person coming on board with the wrong expectations of the business. Okay? And then it says, this question is very important. Do you understand that when you go into business, okay, that there's an investment, just like if you were to start a McDonald's franchise, except it's way less money. Although you can make the same kind of profits because you don't have, you know, the overhead and stuff that they do. Okay, so I try to make it clear to them, you know, that they know. If they say, you know, here again, what'll happen a lot of times, you might have somebody ask you how much. Well, look, they'll show you that in the video. Or they might say, well, no, I don't want to pay for nothing, you know, to start a business. And then you can just discontinue the conversation right there. Then once they take and do that, what of course you do is you send them the video. Okay? And the video, the way we have it set up is actually 2 of them. It only takes 25 minutes. And then I'll call you back in 25 minutes. And then when you call back, the beauty part here is the close. And let me see if I hope I got that one up. Do I have the clothes up? No, I don't. Okay, well, the clothes is not hard at all because I use Raised Clothes, and I know Raised Clothes from the top of my head. I can send it to you. Raised Clothes is very simple. Okay, a person comes back. I ask them, of course, what did you like most about what you saw? What did you like most about the video? And I don't care if they say, well, it's the savings you can do every day, or they say it's the money you can earn. I answer, well, that is one of the things that I liked also. And that's true. That is one of the things that I like also. So I'm not lying, okay? It's very important. You never lie. That's one of the things I like also. But look, let me ask you a question, okay? Because they already told you they like something. I don't care what it was, they liked something. So now the question is, look, let me ask you a question, John. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 meaning, hey, I never want to hear about exposure again. 10, I can really see it. I can see it answering my financial problems. I'm ready to get in right now. Where do you find yourself at this point? What number? 1, 10 being the highest, I'm ready to get in. Where do you find yourself at? They come back and say 7, 8, 9. Doesn't make a difference. Okay? As long as they don't say a 10. But if they come back and say 7, 8, or a 9, then my next question to them is, okay, I can understand that. But let me ask you one question. What is it that we can do? Notice how I said that. We can do. What is it that we can do to get you from a 7 or 8, whatever it is, from a 7 to a 10? Or from an 8 to a 10 or a 9 to a 10? What is it that we can do? Now, the reason you ask it like that, because you're trying your best to find out what is their real objection. And a lot of times, I'm going to be honest with you, it's just money. Okay, I say, well, if I just had the money, I'd start right now. Okay, no problem. When do you believe you can start? And you say, such and such a day. And I say this also. I said, let me share this with you. I want you to think about this one. Okay? Do you know that 98 to 99% of all businesses in America were all started with a loan? Okay? And I'm telling you that because possibly there's somebody in your circle of influence, you know, I don't know if it's grandma, aunt, whatever, that might be able to help you out for 30 days to get you started now while it's fresh in your mind. And you leave it at that. Okay? But what you're trying to do is you're trying to find out their objection. I'm trying to think of another objection they had. They didn't understand something or whatever. You clear up that one thing they're going to point out and say, okay, let's take my scale again. You know, where are you at now? They say at 10, of course, you take them to the process. Well, look, the link you have, the button on the bottom which says start here, just put stat, but don't do anything. That's going to take you to the application. And wait a second, I'm going to put this video in your window that shows you how to walk through it. You know, and then, you know, you go on from there. Okay? But it's a process, and it's a continuous process. Just like your consistency in marketing, you have to be consistent here. Right? You have to posture yourself. You have to be in control of the conversation. Because remember, they have a why or a what, which comes down to a need. And you're here to help them satisfy that need. And believe me, 90-some% of Americans have that need. All right? They don't say that 5% of all the people in the world own all the money for no reason. So at least 95% have a problem. And that's for us to help them solve it. Okay? Now, I hope this is has been a good lesson for you. Again, if you need the questions, or if you need, because you should have them already, right, in our welcome letter, but if you misplace and need them again, just shoot me a direct message. Don't ask me in the team thing, but shoot me a direct message, and I'll go ahead and send you that information. Right, as you know, I always end this by saying, you need a vacation. No. Yes, you do need a vacation. I'm serious there, okay? And I pray to see each and every one of you at least on that cruise. But one of the reasons you're doing this is to get into a financial position and a time position that you can take your family on a vacation like this more than once a year if you so choose to do so. Okay? Imagine yourself sitting down in that blanket in a chair with your laptop and a cell phone, and you're sitting there doing business for 2 weeks and you're enjoying yourself at the same time. Is it a worthwhile dream? Yes, it is. Is it possible? Yes, it is. So, I'm wishing everyone a prosperous Sunday, and talk to you tomorrow.